Welcome everyone back to D&D. I know it's been a while, but last time we played, you guys got to see a city disappear. You got to meet Chimmy, and you teleported to Ironfall and went to go rest in an inn. I know how much you guys just love being thrown in random directions and kidnapped in your sleep, but I'm gonna ruin your plans, and you wake up and everything seems normal for once.
Hmm.
I don't believe it.
Well, we did have an instance where we were going and talking, or if I remember right, we actually ended in the middle of town where after having talked to the monks and Demi telling me about the location where Severus wanted his chapel placed.
Possible. It's been a while
We
since
could.
last session.
I do know that we at least got that far through my original plans. So
All right.
we could have just had a night out on the town and went back to an inn to like loosen up and just say that we had a day off, if you want.
Okay, that works for me.
Then I will hit the take long rest button.
What's up, sweetheart? Oh, instead of answering me, she just went to doing her own thing.
Classic women.
Fair enough.
It's ingrained in them from birth.
So Toxic, which inn do you say that we decided to stay in? Excuse me.
It was either Greg and Greta's Inn or the Burning Skull Tavern. I don't
It
remember.
was Greg and Greta's because Kazi wanted his cockroaches.
Yep.
Yeah, I think we went there then.
It was almost 100% that.
We could have also, or we could also have just went to the Burning Skull Tavern, since
I remember you getting
get it.
cockroaches.
Yeah, I did. Like, we did go there, but if we're saying that we took like a day off, we could have also still just went to the Burning Skull this time. So I was letting Toxic decide since he'd be the one that came up with the plans.
Yeah.
Did Demi ever get to tell me about where to find a somewhere to buy or rent a airship, or did he fly away before I got to the chance to?
I think he told us to go to the port, didn't he?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, how about I grab a bite to eat, and then we go to a general store before things hit the fan.
Oh, okay.
Giant chicken for Eeyore.
Of course. Eeyore gets a giant chicken. Doesn't seem to be doing too well today.
Oh no?
I thought we healed him.
Do I need to take Eeyore aside and talk to him?
I mean, that's up to you, man.
Do I look at Eeyore and he looks visibly distressed?
He's not purple today.
In the room I go, we're having a talk with Eeyore.
Is he typically purple?
Yes.
Supposed to be. He don't normally change color.
He's more of like a grayish sea green today.
Has he got the flu?
He's either sad or sick.
Is there anything in particular going on in whichever inn we're at?
Nope, it seems to be going as business as usual.
Hmm.
Do I have
Nothing
anything to help
goes.
identify them? Well, I do have something that can technically help.
I mean,
Just
you could
remember,
give.
I'm proficient in medicine.
Yeah, you could just ask for like a medicine check or something to try and ascertain
Or
what's wrong. Mm,
we could just start chucking magic at this.
I mean, you could.
When did I take Arcane Lock? Like, okay.
I talked you into it
Is that what that was?
with the whole Eeyore thing and whatever.
Right.
I came up with some shenanigans that you could try and pull.
I also took Magic Mouth, apparently.
Magic mouth. Are you? Yeah, never mind.
Oh, we can go down that road later, Toxic. Don't worry.
You're gonna be giving Eeyore a good time.
I don't know. It's
So-
a magical mouth. It literally says it lasts until dispelled, so this could go any direction.
All night long.
It literally just says
All right,
until dispelled. That's awesome.
So, are you doing anything, Hunter?
I'm going to try talking with Eeyore first and be like, buddy, you doing all right?
He just kind of grumbles at you.
Well, good, he's still alive.
So I'm going to throw some history out. Would I have seen him look like this on my master at any given time?
No.
So it's completely new grounds.
Yep.
All right.
Well,
We'll do the grumbling game. 1 grumble for you're hungry, 2 grumbles for that's not the problem. What do we got?
He doesn't respond to you.
Lay on hands. Is he diseased?
Let me check real quick if this affects that. Let me go down the list to make sure I get all of what lay on hands covers. Poison or disease? Yes, but some poisons and some diseases specifically aren't affected by certain things, like lay on hands. I'll have to pop lesser restoration out of my ass, won't I?
See how many cards I can hold in my hand at once.
Let me finish reading through this so I know what heals at. No, your lay on hands does not cure his ailment.
But do I get the sense that it is an ailment that can be cured?
Make a medicine check.
do I recognize that he's trying to heal him?
He's in a different room.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
I need to turn my light on. These dice are too dark for me to read. Ugh. Am I proficient? I am not. 5.
You have no idea what's going on.
All right.
Matter of
Just
fact,
remember, one of your party is proficient in medicine and has shown to be wanting to heal.
All right. Kazi, what
Though
are
the
you
patient
doing?
may not be too happy with me at the moment.
I'm just munching, and
Okay,
there isn't
so
really too much going on. Afterwards, I do plan on going to the general store once
Okay.
everybody's reunited. The only other thing that I might want to do it, or whenever I have a second, would be using the crystal ball to try and check on Marnie, like I told you about.
Okay.
But I don't want to go and do that in the middle of, well,
Eating.
the tavern.
okay, we're
I
gonna
want there
try
to be
throwing
some form of
magic at it.
privacy
Oh, did I
in not
use any of the
announcing what
less
I'm
on hand
doing.
pool? Let's find out. Still use it.
Say what?
I mean, with cards?
Okay,
No,
I guess
Lila.
it doesn't use it if nothing gets cured. Okay.
Sit down and be good.
I suppose I'll go downstairs and go to Quack or Finrick and be like, check out Eeyore. Why is he sick?
All right.
Meatbag is down. Make me Meatbag uppity again.
He's not a meat bag.
I guess I kind of shrug, and I come over and I go to examine him.
All right. Make a medicine check.
I have proficiency.
Good. You can use it.
I got a 16.
All right. This sounds like something you've heard of before. Lila!
Yes, the malicious Lila.
Yep.
You
We
need to
can
calm
spit it
down.
for lilac poisoning.
This sounds like something you've heard of before. And one of the tales you've been told on one of your trips when they were talking about ghost ships, where the whole crew of the Saint Chaplain was infected by the living death disease.
Do I
And,
know how serious this is?
It's known as turning the victims into the living dead, and if not cured, like the crew of the Saint Chaplain, it will turn them all undead.
Yeah. Do I know how long this takes? Are we got like hours or we got weeks?
It's said that about halfway through the transformation, that your skin turns gray and you start to stink like a corpse. Unfortunately, neither you or Hunter can smell shit. So,
Mhm.
And Kazi is used to that smell.
You know, that is very prejudiced, and I am deeply offended.
Is it
Just because I
wrong?
live in the slums
Is it
doesn't mean I'm
wrong?
used to the stench of death. I'd say yes, actually, it would be wrong.
So,
Okay.
I kind of like brush off my hands a little. You, or actually, one last thing. Is it in, how does it spread?
uh, sorry. So, uh, it's, you know it as, it can either be a magical disease of some kind, or that it sounds like it was spread once weeping bloody sores developed on the victims.
Well, I guess I'm technically immune to disease anyway, so I should be okay. Hunter should be okay. I turned to Royal and I'm like, "You're our resident expert on undeath and the dead. You got any cure for someone being turned into it by a possibly magical disease?"
Unlikely. Um, unless if you're willing to allow me to divine smite it out of him, but that doesn't seem like the best idea.
I will divine smite you.
I can.
We are
divine
not
smite-
smiting Eeyore.
I can divine smite you back. Technically, I'm some odd. I don't know. This doesn't usually. Necromancy and being a paladin don't usually go hand in hand.
Well, if I'm aware the party can't fix the problem, I'm going to the temple. Not even waiting.
I kind of like to God, I can't think of curator, and I'm just like, yeah, we should either take him to the temple or
I'm out the door.
guess
He said
I
take the
can-
temple, I left. With Eeyore.
Alright.
I mean, my only other
double
idea,
timing it.
and my only other idea as the one that has like never asked any deity for anything seriously is I could ask Royal's deity
Wait,
if he knew, but not yet.
also, Kazi,
What's up?
I want you to make a Constitution saving throw.
I'm proficient.
Go ahead.
Oh wait, we were waiting in a bunch of blood earlier the other day.
That would be a 24. And that would be 20. Alright, I rolled a 24.
All right. Okay.
Instead of directly following behind them, I'd like to walk to a general store.
Roger that.
And I'll yell at them saying that I want to pick a thing or two up, and then I'll meet you guys there.
I'm just gonna go slowly because I'm gonna ask around if if Tweedletum and Tweedledee shopkeep are back.
How far is the arena from here?
The arena. Oh, you want me to go get milk and not come back?
You have to get milk, so.
Daddy don't have money for milk right now, sweetie.
That's your problem.
Sorry.
It's all good.
Let's see, 20. Seven. Lose track on my own fucking map sometimes. You're like 5 blocks away from the arena.
I want to ask them if they have a Crucible Knight.
Oh, okay. All right.
I just really want the possibility of fighting a Crucible Knight.
Like from Elden Ring?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So,
Okay then.
Kazi, you go to a general store.
All right. I'm mostly just looking to pick up a sling, and then take note of possible scrolls I might want. Since Demi's not going to be charging me for the chapel or the property for the property line for the chapel.
Okay.
Just basically construction costs, if that.
Okay, so they do have a sling that is 1 silver.
All right. Yeah, I think I'll take that and just have a mundane sling.
Okay.
All right.
And then
All right. So take 1 silver and remove it. Sling. Oh, there's like inspelled slang. The fuck is an inspelled slang? Bound into this weapon is a spell of level 8 or lower. What the fuck? The weapon is concentration. The weapon had 6 charges and regains 1d6. Holding the weapon, you can cast the spell. Huh. Alright. There's also a silvered sling. This is oh, okay. I'll take just normal sling. But, if you want, you can just get back to me about any spell scrolls that might be in there.
you only see 2. You only
Alright.
see 2 in there.
What kind are they?
Let me rephrase that. There's only 2 spell scrolls that you can read.
Okay.
There is a scroll of fireball and a scroll of shield.
Well, I have shield, so I don't need that, and I am trying not to use fireball. So I guess I'm not too interested in either of those. And what about the ones that I'm not able to read? Is it that they're just old and worn out, or
No,
it's just a language I don't understand?
It seems like garbled nonsense when you try and read it.
I guess I will ask the shopkeeper to come over and tell me about them.
I can't read them either. I can't read any of them. I look like a spellcaster to you?
I mean, it's your merchandise.
Yes.
I mean, if you don't even know what they are, then why don't I just take them off your hands for you?
Make a persuasion check.
Alrighty. I am not proficient in this.
I believe in you.
Oh, that is a 22. I rolled a 19.
Against his 9? I don't know about this. Yeah.
You want me to roll a D100 to see, like, percent wise how many I take?
Well, Sell them to you for 100 gold apiece.
Do I know roughly how much magic scrolls go for?
The scroll of shield goes anywhere between 50 and 100, but that scroll of fireball goes anywhere between 100 and 500.
Hmm.
And is that? Are you only buying those two, or are you buying the whole thing?
I'm not buying the fireball or the shield.
He's going for the ones
He
Not a
doesn't know
clue.
what the other ones are.
Mm-hmm. So the shield is a first level spell, whereas the fireball is a third level. So if I'd be buying it at price if they're all first level spells, but anything higher than first level, and I'd be getting a decent deal. How many scrolls is there that I don't understand the rating to?
6.
6. You know what? Sure.
I can help translate those with my eye of
Okay.
the rune.
Alright.
All right. I haven't been able to sell these to anyone anyways. Get 500 gold for just something and showed up at my door one day.
Oh. Did he just say 500?
Well, you bought 5 scrolls apparently.
Tactics said 6, so that would be 600. So I'm gonna
Don't
just hand him.
question
I'm
it.
gonna
Hey,
I'm gonna
take your 6
hand him.
scrolls.
I'm gonna hand him the 500, and I'm gonna add 100 gold back into my inventory.
He's
He's just taking it as it is.
Buy 5, get one free.
Yep.
That's literally what just happened.
I can't think of if there's anything else I'd be interested in. Can I look to see if there's any of those stones that Quack was interested in? I don't personally remember exactly what he was talking about, but I do know he was talking to Hunter about fixing up his armor and weapon and shit.
It was battle gems, right? Those are the ones that add +1 to AC if they're on a shield or AC if they're on a shield or armor, and it's either damage or
It's +1 to the attack and damage rolls.
oh, and then it's +1 to AC if it's on the shield. Yeah, so it's
If
the
it's on
battle
armor or
gems.
shield, it's +1 to AC. If it's on a weapon, it is +1 to damage and attack rolls.
Okay.
And battle gem doesn't say it has to be any specific type of gem, I guess.
Alright, so scroll.
I guess it just has to be a rare type of gem.
And we put
Or
the
no.
empty slot.
Is lodestone a gem?
I think so. I'm trying to find the item. Well, actually, I'm just gonna make a custom item. Never mind for the scrolls. I'm not finding a normal scroll.
You won't
whatever.
find normal scrolls.
So, what do you do with these scrolls immediately, Kazi?
Hold on a second. Shay's talking to me.
The final countdown.
We managed to get a slot in my shield then as well, right? I know we got it in my pistol.
We got them in both, as far as I'm aware.
Okay. I didn't make a note
I'm back.
in the shield if I did or not.
Okay.
I remember rolling for it.
I would definitely leave them like rolled up, assuming that they're rolled up,
Yep.
and I would put them into my backpack.
Okay.
I wouldn't really think too much of it.
One of the scrolls is made out of outstandingly fine magical paper, and it feels actually more like cloth, and embroidered are the lettering on it.
I guess that I would at least. I'm not sure if I would take a look at it there, but it would definitely be on the to-do list. Go and actually take a look at it. But yeah, I guess that. I guess I would take note of it, and then actually, no, yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at it, I guess.
All right. Roll Arcana.
A second. I'm still making the custom item. Well, actually, I'll just go ahead and roll. You said Arcana?
Yep.
I rolled an 18.
All right.
I rolled a 16 plus 2.
Now,
All right, so.
are you also? Hold on. I can just look myself real quick.
All right, add items. Backpack.
You are a sorcerer. Okay.
Yes.
You recognize one of the characters as a wild magic script. I want you to make
Oh,
a
great.
wisdom saving throw, as you can feel a grip from a magical force trying to take over your action temporarily.
You keep that
Final
shit
countdown.
Well, I'm not.
Do-do-do.
What was it called? A wisdom saving throw?
Yep.
Well, I rolled an 11.
Ah, okay. You fail.
We lose the general store.
Yeah. I have a history of failing wisdom saves.
The question is, what do you roll on the table?
Well, he said that
I-
it was just a thing taking over my actions temporarily.
Almost as if you can't control yourself, you rip the scroll open and immediately start speaking in a tongue that you yourself do not recognize, and your eyes trace the unknown script on the scroll as you speak this foreign language. I need you to make a roll me a D100.
You
Well,
cast
as
fireball
I'm
on
doing
yourself.
that, could I try some shenanigans? Just double checking to make sure I have it.
Yeah.
All right. It is only verbal and somatic. So I want to subtle cast silence centered on myself.
Can
Silence.
you do that while trying to speak a different language?
Okay, he has subtle
Silence?
cast, so it could
Yes. Silence
eliminate.
only takes the verbal and somatic, and what subtle cast does is it removes the need for me to use verbal and somatic components in spells.
Okay. I see where you're going with the shenanigans.
I want you to.
Or before I do I get the impression that this is malicious? Like, is it a
Roll
violent
insight.
takeover? All right, I have proficiency.
Go ahead.
All right. Oh well, that's a natural 20 on the first roll. So total of 26. I can't roll any higher, so I'm not gonna roll the second time.
So you do manage to silence yourself. Let me see.
Oh, okay.
You still hear yourself instead of with your words. You can hear the words pounding in your head.
All right. Again, do I know? Can I tell if it's like a malicious thing?
It does not seem to be malicious, but it is very chaotic in nature.
You've got ADHD now.
Yeah. Chaotic. I mean, chaos isn't necessarily bad, and it's not malicious. So in other words, my impression is that it's not bad for me or the general area that I'm in, right?
It not inherently bad.
Is that what I'm taking from this toxic?
Yeah, it's not inherently bad.
Okay, I will drop the silence and let it do it then. I will still mark that I used the stress rate points and the spell slot though.
Okay.
How many
Oh
did
my
that
god.
take? Only one.
Did you roll that D100 for me?
Oh, I didn't know you wanted me to.
Yeah.
Okay, let me find, and that's the 100.
You can stop bleeding anytime, finger.
All right. That would be 33.
33. All right. Oh, good. So two things are happening. One, you are successfully casting the spell on the scroll, which is wish.
Oh,
Yay.
Secondly,
well then.
the chaotic magic starts to disrupt the fabric of reality around you. And magical ethereal tendrils begin to weep out of your body, lashing out unpredictably. As they make contact with objects around you, they seem to fall apart or into voids of the world, into cracks of reality.
Do I need to recast silence on myself?
I don't know if it's gonna matter.
What the heck is with
it's too
the
late
ethereal
now.
tentacles coming out of me?
I think it's too late now. It's the spells aren't going to cast.
Well, he said things are happening, so it's still in the process. So I could still short circuit it.
Or fucking blow your head off.
It could have magical repercussions if I do, yeah, like fucking an explosion.
So you are successfully casting the wish spell.
Oh shit.
But there's nothing to say that I get to make the wish
You
since my
do
body
get
is
to
currently
make the
taken
wish.
over. Oh, okay.
Can
Because
I
nobody
wish
said when I
wish spell for later?
nobody said when I get control of my body back. So
The worst person to have the wish spell has the wish spell.
What do you mean the worst person?
I don't know. I think my
know,
character would be pretty
this
bad too.
bombshell, I don't even know what to do with it.
Can you actually wish to save the wish for later?
I thought about trying something like that, but that would also potentially use up the wish.
Yeah, that would probably not work out too well.
So,
I mean, you have been hellbent on getting that chapel set up. You could theoretically just use it on that.
I think that the first thing that came to my mind, I don't know why my mind went to it, was I would wish that Severus was a greater deity.
I'll be right back.
My god.
That's the first thing that I thought of.
I don't know if that would be able to provide that. I mean, it's powerful, but I don't know if it can do that.
Well, the thing is that you could essentially do the same thing with a global charm. Because you could achieve it
because
through
deities require faith and followers, and yeah.
So you'd
that is
essentially
possible.
be kind of brainwashing a large portion of the population.
That is insane.
But I'm not sure if that's actually what I want to do. But I think that's probably what I'm gonna do.
Wonder if there's the possibility that your own god might find that insulting in some way.
I mean, the entire first season was essentially me finding out that I was his apparent chosen one. So I'm essentially doing his work for him. So, not to mention, this would expand his reach. He wouldn't have to deal with Lolth, and he could essentially, well, take care of things he needs to take care of without worrying about the what do you call it? The group of gods or deities. I forget what it's called. Like Paragon, or I don't know. I don't remember.
Group of very not nice people.
The other gods, however, probably would be pissed. Like, if I do make that wish and it goes through, I can very easily imagine the other deities would have a bone to pick with me.
All right, I'm back.
I mean, it's kind of their own fault for not having a follower willingly wish that for them. So you know.
So toxic. The very first thing, I don't know if you heard me as you were walking away, but the very first thing that came to mind was wishing that Severus was a greater deity.
All right, hold on. I got you. I have to figure some things out on my end real quick.
See what happens. Can we upgrade a deity with the wish spell?
So this would essentially be taking a lesser deity, skipping intermediate altogether.
Oh, you're skipping a tier. Oh, yep. Lovely.
So, well, the thing is that Lolth is on the verge of becoming a greater deity. So she's on the upper end of intermediate. So if I want him to be above Lolth, I need him into the greater. Even if it's the baseline greater deity.
I don't know how that's going to work, sir. Talk's going to have to do a lot of stuff.
Cue the sounds of the shredder as the old campaign gets replaced with a completely new campaign.
We all get fucking warped into a new reality. Fucking the world splits in half.
There is another wish that I'm assuming he probably would have preferred me make, now that I think about it. But the thing is that the people have been missing for years after I've already tried to find them. So I either consider them dead,
Just
or
wish material's death.
I mean, we could, but if we could achieve that if Severus is a greater deity anyway.
But don't greater deities have bigger restrictions on what they're allowed to do in the fabrics?
I don't believe so.
I would
They
assume the
actually can
higher
make-
power scale, the more restrictions they'd have.
I do know that the greater the tier of deity, the faster they're able to make themselves an avatar. So that would be kind of contrary to what you were saying.
But like, who's enforcing these restrictions?
There is actually an omni deity that gets to decide who becomes a god because of some things that happened in earlier editions of D&D.
And guess who's gonna smite you for making that wish?
I mean, Severus has done a lot for me. I mean,
Let's just hope the consequences are minimal.
I mean, to his knowledge, he doesn't remember that part. So he is acting in all full faithfulness to his regular deity.
I don't mean just that. I just mean in general the consequences.
Oh, I expect the
Okay.
world to fucking split in half at this point.
Now, in order for Jesus Christ. Okay. In order for this to work, there has to be within relatively close proximity to you a undead being of great power.
I mean,
Isn't
there
Demi technically
is.
an undead being of great power?
I didn't
There.
think of Demi,
That
but
means
I do remember how there's a certain warlock that is or has a link to a very powerful undead.
Oh,
That
dear
just so-
Jesus.
That just so happened to melt my ears off.
the
Hey, he's very kind, trust me.
the
You'll love him once you get to know him.
the second requirement would be a legendary or mythical creature's essence, like an ancient dragon or a celestial being.
How the
Which technically is in Ironfall currently.
Yeah,
And-
it's there's 5 scales.
and the life force of willing or unwilling participants of at least 10,000 souls.
The slum's got that covered.
10,000 souls? What the fuck?
The slum's got that covered.
And
I mean,
the player does not get to pick which of these is used,
Oh. Wait, so only one of them has to be used?
and at least 5 wild magic scrolls or wild magic users putting their power forth. And you have 6 wild magic scrolls.
Oh, shit.
well, I guess let's find out what's getting used.
It sounds so.
Let me know if people start disappearing from
Is there-
Ironfall.
Is there like a table or something that you pulled this from, or did you just like come up with it
No,
on the fly?
don't worry about it.
On the
I am very worried about it.
So am I.
Good.
I'm currently running to the temple for help. Am I going to see the temple vanish?
Yes. I don't know.
It would have to take place in some place of immense magical power. Maybe like a city that is existing in multiple planes of existence all at the same time.
With a lesser deity's avatar stationed in it.
Oh,
Hmm.
How many fucking gods are we pissing off right now? How many
Yeah.
are getting mad?
all right.
I love it.
This is a blood sacrifice. And
Oh.
the player casting the spell, whether intentionally or not, will feel the ramifications of every sacrificed soul.
Oh, so this is just going to break me mentally and emotionally.
You will elevate your god.
You might need that new character you were crafting sooner than you expected.
I've actually made a few.
Oh no, that's not a good thing.
I need you to make a religion check, Kazi, with advantage.
Oh my.
I have faith.
I mean, I thought I did too, but that was before I realized
You
I
have
had the
a lot of
potential of
faith.
wiping out the entire fucking city.
It's already been put in motion, sir. You don't get
Alright,
the choice
so
now.
Ironfall, I
that
think,
is.
I'll be
let's
back.
see,
I think it's been 10,000.
17. Alright, so that'll be a 17. Good thing it was at or with advantage.
What, like skipping the intermediate phase for a god and taking them straight to greater?
Hey, at least I didn't go or for the like omni god.
I mean, I don't even think Savras wants that.
You could have even just asked what the requirements for.
All right, what did you roll, Kazi?
I rolled a 17.
Okay.
Unless a 6 would be better.
Hold on. No. So if the player is a paladin or a cleric for their deity, this adds a +10 to their roll.
So that would be
27.
a 27.
The DC is 25.
Oh my
Oh.
god.
I barely reached that.
Oh.
I actually forgot that there was an intermediate class, by the way, until I started talking about it. I was like, oh, that would be the next tier up.
If
I was like,
successful,
yep, nope.
the deity begins to ascend, but only to the next tier, but at great cost, ripping a rift open between planes, unleashing a horde of fiends and aberrations into the world. The screams of the sacrificed overwhelms the caster. You need to make a DC 30 wisdom saving throw or become insane.
Well,
Well, it
I
was
can
nice
tell you
knowing you.
right now, I only have a +2 to wisdom.
Nat
So, like, even with the nat 20, I can't do it. So,
I've got a -2.
I will be insane. So, you should find out what kind of insanity, but I'm going to roll anyway. I rolled a 16, so that would be an 18 total.
Let me
You
look.
made half the check.
Yeah, I did.
You're only mildly insane.
No. The amount of souls he just ripped out of existence is not mild insanity. He's gonna be lucky if he's not a vegetable. That'll be luck.
You become comatose.
Again.
Roll a d6 to see how many years you're comatose for.
Years?
Oh, damn. Years. Alrighty. That would be 4.
You are comatose for 4 years. If the ritual succeeds, the deity is elevated to the higher level of deity. The fabric of reality bears the scars of the event. Entire regions are altered by magical backlash, and the pantheon of guards will retaliate against such a brazen act. The soul is ripped out of the offending creature to be put on trial.
Oh, I guess I'm on trial. Oh, no.
Well, if you manage to survive this, I may have a minor solution to the comatose thing.
I don't think it's gonna matter.
It may involve a 6-inch tall mouse that I have a summoning flute for.
What? Oh, Jimmy.
All right. I will be back.
The best thing is that I decided to do this when I was away from everybody.
Yeah, we will not know where. We just know you went to the general store.
And I'm seeing if I can pick a fight with Crucible Knight.
The thing is, I'm just hoping we don't have to roll to see if our characters are one of the ones that got sacrificed.
You had to put it in his head.
He's not here.
Yeah,
You don't know if he didn't hear that.
he has headphones plugged in, so he literally couldn't from the stove. So
I am actually really curious where he's pulling this stuff from.
His
Because
ass.
he's reading it from something. He's reading it.
He's definitely reading it, but it's probably from. I mean, there's got to be a pamphlet on this shit somewhere.
Excuse me.
Like, I'm sure you're not the first one to do this.
Yeah, probably.
Might be the first one to succeed the pass. Because I keep hearing him say if, and a lot of ifs in this scenario.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm feeling like it's a pretty low probability. And I have a +9 to religion.
Yeah, I only have a +2. Like, when I drew this character up, it wasn't supposed to be that much of a religious character.
Turned religious, though.
Yeah, very much so. After like the first session,
It's just
we
because my
started working with
intelligence is so
Severus.
high.
I was like, oh, okay, well, I guess I'm gonna be going down the cleric tree now.
Sounds like a child is having a bad day.
No, that's just how they sound. Like
Oh.
when they just make that sound when running through the house.
Okay.
It is actually very convenient that we had like all the criteria without even realizing it for this to actually go off.
Well, it was only one of those needed to happen, right?
Well, there was.
Or did he
Yeah,
just
there
mean
was
you
someone.
don't choose the 10,000 people?
I don't know. There was a lot of shit on top of me getting hit with bombshell after bombshell of, hey, you get a random wish.
All right.
Hey, you got tentacles coming out of you. Hey, this is the cost of that wish. And I'm just like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
So, Kazi killed Demi, Threshmaw, and 10,000 people.
I thought he only needed the essence of a dragon, not like the actual
No, the
life.
soul of the dragon.
Mm.
Oh my god.
Well, Ironfall's officially now defenseless.
It still has the lesser deity here.
You sure about that?
I mean, he hasn't named her yet.
No, she's still alive.
Oh, okay, so the Orb of Savris and Sicaria is all that's left of Ironfall. Understood.
Well, he just said those two were killed. Plus
Huh?
the 10. Like he didn't mention anything about their souls, so maybe they can be revived.
I'm
by
pretty
Sicaria.
sure you can't revive the undead.
Demi outright said he had a phylactery.
That's true.
So Threshmaw would be the one that would be actually dead.
Yeah, because it takes the soul.
All powerful magic items or any magical item of significance or rarity is drained of their magic while making this spell come to completion.
Does that mean they're destroyed or just they got to recharge?
The magic's gone.
So what tier of magic item is now useless?
Anything over a +1.
Wow.
Well, my crystal ball is gone.
Is
So does that
within the range or just on the caster?
It says within the region.
the region?
So that would be everybody.
Okay. So does that? What's the Ring of Regeneration classed as?
It's a common.
So would that not be
it's a
included
green.
or included?
I believe that would not be included.
No, I don't think that's considered as +2.
Yeah, because that means my Warhammer gets drained of magic. It goes back to a normal Warhammer, right? Or does it get destroyed?
Mm-hmm.
It just goes back to a normal Warhammer. It's consuming the magic.
Okay. Well, I didn't know if because the way I enhance it, if it became destroyed or
the
not.
Ring of Regeneration is considered as a powerful magical item.
Okay, so it's dead now. It's just a regular ring.
Yep.
All right. What about my blood vial then? It is a +1, but if the Ring of Regeneration counts, then I'm going to need to know about the blood vial.
So it looks like all my weapons are mundane again.
Your pistol should be fine.
Yeah, I guess it is just a +1. Yeah, I don't have the gem in it yet.
Even with the gem, it wouldn't be counted as a +2.
I didn't know, guys. I didn't know.
Well, I'll delete the Warhammer +2. Put a regular Warhammer in there. Delete the Ring of Regeneration. It's no longer a Ring of Regeneration. You said +1 is safe, or everything above +1?
Everything above +1.
Okay. So my half plate is fine.
My shield should be fine.
My arcane focus is fine. So I just lose the hammer. That's honestly, that's not as bad as it could have been.
It's still pretty bad though, but
both of my weapons.
At least you're not in my shoes right now.
2 out of 3 of my weapons are now screwed.
Mundane.
I don't think the elemental gem. That can summon the. I don't know. These are things I'll have to ask Toxic. What all is messed up? The potion of healing greater, is that messed up now?
That's not a magic item. That's just a potion.
That's fair.
Actually,
what about
if
the chimney flute?
I don't know.
If it's in a in the region, there's a chance that it could have also killed Vecna instead of Demi.
I rolled to see which undead it killed.
Ah, damn it.
There's 4 options.
25% chance that Demi got the shit stick.
And
since I didn't know, could we re-roll it? And I made the wish, so could I be the one to roll it?
You know what? I will let you roll to see which undead and which dragon dies.
Okay. What dice
1d4 for the undead.
All right. Hold on a second. That is a 1.
Demi still dies.
Damn it.
You want to roll for the dragon?
Yeah. Damn it, though.
What Well, we'll just see if his
I tried
flashlight
real hard to
works.
save Demi.
But what did you roll on your roll for the dragon?
Is it still the 1d4? Or
No, it's a
is it
1d6.
different?
Sorry, I forgot to tell you which one it was.
I was waiting to hear.
Oh, sorry.
Survey says.
That is a 4.
4 is Cantress Shroud Mail, the black dragon.
The one
Oh,
that
the
gave
one
us
that we
the
don't
coin?
like?
Yep, the one that gave you the coin.
Oh, was that coin
Perfect.
now null and void?
The coin lost its magical properties as well.
Awesome, don't have to worry about that no more.
So just to
At
double
least
check,
some good came from this.
Yeah.
So I guess my cutlass and my halberd are both out because they both have 2 enchantments on them.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What about the Bloodwell vial? It's a +1, but it also has acts as a spellcasting focus, and it has another effect kind of thing.
Yeah, that would be stripped too.
Damn it.
You're fucking comatose for 4 years anyway.
Your soul's not going to be in your body for very long.
Oh yeah, that's
also
right. They're
true.
coming for it.
What about the elemental gem?
The
Corrodian.
elemental gem is a focus to summon something, and it would not be drained.
Okay, so then it's the halberd next.
Your blankie is fine, by the way, Royal.
What about the amulet?
Amulet's toast.
What amulet? I don't even remember what amulet you had.
The one that lets me sense if my wife is alive.
Oh, well, rip, that's gone.
And now we get to see if I think she's dead or if the amulet is just busted.
Oh yeah, because you have no fucking clue. Oh shit,
Well,
we have no idea what's happening.
You wouldn't know if it lost its magical property until you actually tried using it, though.
Oh, that's
It's
well, unless he's
on-
attuned to it.
No, it's on
Oh, yeah.
all the time. It would be immediate for him.
Oh,
It's
damn.
like suddenly losing your sense of smell.
Yep.
You didn't have that to begin with.
It's just an
The
example.
pendants, the symbols of Sicaria.
Well, I don't think those would have been affected.
Yep.
Would they have?
Yep.
Oh,
There-
all right.
Oh, okay.
Oh, does that mean the wards protecting Ironfall are gone?
There are.
That means the Orb of Savras is gone as well?
It's gone.
Pendant of light.
The pendant light's fine.
But that also means all of Tyrael shit would possibly be gone as well, no?
Yep.
The chimney flute.
Chimney flute's gone.
If fucking Vecna has his phylactery in the region, that would be gone.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, that means Demi's phylactery is gone too, then, isn't it?
Yep.
You flip.
If it's in the region.
Yep. Like, if it's on a different plane, it would be perfectly fine, though.
I'll be right back.
Can I see if I can remember the materials I got to rebuild Narcissus' phylactery?
It'd be gone too.
No, that's not why. I'm like the specific materials. I myself am not undead, but I do cast undead stuff. So my idea is that if I could rebuild one for Demi and
Yeah,
imbue
you
it with necrotic energy, I could perhaps get
what-
Demi's soul back into it.
What you can do, though, is your undead spell, if I remember right, lasts for 24 hours. So what you can do is raise Demi's body, and then allow him to have control of it, and then he can go and reconstruct his own phylactery.
But none of us know this is happening right now.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know it's happening. You just don't know what's happening.
Well, yeah, everybody's magic items are suddenly not magic anymore.
Oh, I have to ask Toxic. Is the thing binding Eeyore to being a bag broken?
Oh yeah, that probably would be broken too. Everything in Eeyore is probably fine though, since that's apparently like a separate demi-plane.
It is it's another plane of existence, yeah. The only thing is, everything in Eeyore is essentially food.
As far as you know,
Well, I have a list of everything that's in him.
that you know is in him.
Uh-huh.
I've given Toxic some ideas as far as certain things with your backstory.
My backstory?
Yes.
It's not what you can really do from my backstory.
You'd be surprised. I did have to get creative.
I would assume you'd have to get pretty creative.
Because I did notice that a lot of things that has been happening in the campaign was getting correlated from either Quack's or my backstory, but like primarily mine, I believe. I don't really know Quack's backstory too well. So since we weren't doing much with yours, I was like, you know what? I'm going to talk to Toxic about it. And I came across a certain monster, and I drew inspiration from. A couple monsters actually.
Not even a surprise at this point.
One is good. One is very bad. I hope he implements both.
Mm.
I even gave him like a rundown of how I would recommend doing it. I'm pretty sure I actually showed you one of them, the one that was bad.
Probably.
I think I showed you the Bagman, didn't I?
You did.
Yeah, that was one of them. The other one I tried to give Eeyore like a brother or a cousin.
All right. So, any more questions?
Is the stuff binding Eeyore to being a bag broken?
Yes.
That's the last magical thing I can think of on my person.
Yeah. The Eeyore is going to explode.
Oh, damn it.
All of his contents will start spilling out into this reality. And
Are any magical items that are currently within him also messed up now?
mm-hmm. So, Kazi, from your point of view, the scrolls that you had on you, except for one, open and begin spinning around you as you are lifted into the air. And you can hear people start screaming and wailing all around you and inside your head. Reality in front of you begins to rip and tear. You see, for a moment, demons and aberrations pouring out of those rips in reality before the voices become too much. It's a searing pain in your skull. And then the next thing you know, it feels like you're ripped from your body. And you're placed in an infinitely tiny cube. You can no longer smell. You can no longer feel the sensation of wind on your skin. And it's not long before you realize that you're not in your body anymore. I think I just got called again. I will be back.
All right. Hard to keep immersion like this. So, by all means, I am fucked.
That's an understatement.
I am fucked. How are you today?
So, I'm gonna add a little flavor to this. I'm holding Eeyore in front of me, running.
Like, I need to get him help. I need help. He needs help.
Yeah,
He needs help.
I'm running to get him help. How far do I get before he just fucking explodes in front of me?
And for all you
He
know, it
stepped
was
away.
because for all you know, it's because of the disease he had.
So how far do I get before I witness the last remnants of my master explode in front of me?
Probably not too far.
I
What
said
if
I
it-
was double timing it to the temple.
Yeah, but that still takes a couple hours.
No?
At least an hour to the fountain.
Hmm.
Oh, I
Well,
thought
we'll
it was
find out.
about an hour.
I thought it was less than that.
Let's see. Burning
I'm back
Skull
again.
is number one.
Awesome.
Welcome back.
Where was I? Yeah,
Hunter has. My soul was getting ripped from my body, but Hunter is curious about a little bit of flavor for his character. If you
I'll
want to get
okay.
to that after this, okay.
Yeah, I'll get to
So-
how everything it
Ends.
looks for everybody, but Kazi's kind of at the epicenter of fucking everyone over. So
It's an understatement.
I was placed in an infinitely tiny cube.
Odds that we
I had
can
no
say-
sensation, and I came to the realization that I am no longer in my body.
Odds we can say this
And-
is some kind of vision he gets just moments before he actually does this, the wish.
Well, maybe.
yeah, he,
I guess I'll look around and ask, "What's going on?" But
you go to speak and nothing comes out.
alrighty,
All right.
I guess I'll just grab my throat. Like, what the fuck?
Next on the list is Hunter.
Great.
You
Oh, I just died.
Drama.
are bringing Eeyore to the temple with Quack, as far as I was aware of.
I
I'm a
believe
bit
so.
behind because I was asking people if the other two shopkeepers were back in the city yet. But I was still within sight of him, I guess.
It feels like the air rumbles around you, and then the next thing you notice is people start being ripped apart at the seams, it seems, in tears in reality form where their bodies used to be. And demons and aberrations start pouring out of these tears in reality. And right as you go to get your bearings, Eeyore says, "I don't feel so good," before he explodes. Barrels and items flying everywhere, sending you flying and dealing
I cast Featherfall on myself to avoid fall damage, if that's a possibility.
13 bludgeoning damage.
I honestly expected an extra 0. I'm not gonna lie.
Don't worry, we gotta fight a bunch of demons and aberrations without magical items.
You
I
can cast Featherfall on yourself, but the screaming and wailing going on in town is very disorienting.
Well, it's verbal material. Does that make a difference? Oh, essentially verbal with my spellcasting focus.
And nothing's preventing you from speaking.
Ow. Well, do I get the sense that Featherfall will prevent me from taking further damage, or no?
I mean,
Like, how
it's that
far
or
does this thing throw me?
It's that or you're slamming into building that mock fuck you.
All right, Featherfall it is. Spell slot used. Enough was said.
All right, Quack. Right as you go to talk to somebody, they are evaporated and ripped a twain in front of you as a portal immediately opens in front of you. And coming through the portal looks like an empty skin.
I'm going to attempt to shove it back through the portal.
Instantly push it back where you came from. Back in the womb. Get away.
Roll a dex or strength. I don't care.
Just flat roll.
Yep.
I got a nat 20.
Awesome. You push it so good. And it is at this time that you realize there is so much more of them everywhere. And guards are trying to like take out their swords to fight before they're ripped apart themselves. Let's see if you're considered as one of the sacrifices. You're lucky too. Can we go 3 for 3? Royal.
Yes.
Oh, I guess you already rolled for me then?
Yep.
How about rolling to see if Vecna is one of the sacrifices?
Okay.
You really don't like Vecna.
But we already rolled
he
for the
was
powerful undead. But
yeah, the powerful undead, but we didn't roll to see about the casualty.
You try everything to kill Vecna. Jesus Christ.
I mean, he was one of the biggest obstacles we were already attempting to deal with, and now we have this. Okay, I'm trying to.
I rolled, but I'm not divulging the information. There.
Okay. I can be content with that.
Royal.
Yes.
You approach the arena, and 3 out of the 4 guards in front of the arena get ripped apart, and tears in reality form where they used to be. And the last remaining guard is immediately trampled on by monsters pouring out of these portals.
I know the name of this episode. Kazi causes the apocalypse.
Yep. Apparently. I mean, all I wanted to do was act in a way to elevate my deity.
Yeah, you elevated him all right.
Better to do the wish spell.
He didn't really control himself. He just did it.
I literally had my body hijacked.
I know.
All
I
right.
know, but
you made the wish, okay? I'm gonna leave
I
it at
did
that.
make the wish, and well, I guess I didn't exactly know what the cost would be.
All right, Royal. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw to see how bad this is for you.
Oh, so he failed?
Nat 20.
Oh my god.
Oh, lucky guy.
Well, the challenge rating was a DC of 25 or a natural 20.
Holy shit.
So,
Lucky dog.
You do not immediately die.
Yay!
He loses his form of dread for 24 hours.
You might want to wish you died by the sounds of it, though.
You are immediately brought to 0 HP and fall unconscious.
Yay!
Damn.
Don't you have something to stop yourself from going to 0 HP, or is it just
Oh,
impossible
yeah.
to stop?
Wait, let me check real quick.
I have that if I'm enraged.
I know because of the dread form, he has an ability. I just don't remember what it's called.
Well, this does not say that he can't prevent going to 0, so
I can't remember if it's he rolls something when he's at 0, or if he rolls it after.
Necrotic Husk Revival. If you are reduced to 0 HP, you use your reaction to drop to 1 HP instead and deal necrotic damage to each creature of your choice within 30 feet of you, equal to 2d10 plus 10. And this has a check mark by it, or that says special.
okay. So do you choose to stay on your feet?
Yes.
Okay.
And you're gonna weaken every enemy around you, I guess, with that. It didn't seem like there was a limit to how many targets.
The demons could be good people.
They totally could be. So you can feel the very fabric of your being trying to rip apart, and you just barely keep yourself on your feet.
His patron holds them together. You haven't repaid your debt to me.
Literally hand of God in you.
I did 24 damage to something.
It's all the targets you
Each
choose,
target
right?
takes that.
Are you
Anything that
hitting
you
everything within 30 feet around you, or are you being specific?
And I do just everything around me within 30 feet?
Sure.
Yes.
All right, you kill the child immediately next to you.
All my
You said everything, Royal! Take it now! Take it now!
Well, that's unfortunate.
Ray's dead.
At least I'm not the one that killed everybody no more.
Oh no, just fucking the Lord of the Town, a fucking greater dragon, 10,000 souls, possibly every magic item on the region that ever existed.
Hold on, I must remind of this real quick.
Good thing no one ever uses a high-level magical items to contain stuff either, right? Right?
Oh, fuck.
Totally, yep.
What just got unleashed into town?
Inspector.
I mean, nothing we knew about.
Yeah, you do not give two shits about this whole situation, Royal.
Wait, what? What about Royal?
Look in
His
the
flaws.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that is accurate for his character then.
The
Can I laugh and in character say I didn't expect these to be real?
I mean, you wouldn't know what triggered the terror that would have affected you. So for all you know, maybe it was that little kid.
Yeah, exactly.
okay.
Damn brat.
I can't believe this just happened.
Neither can I, but we get to live with it now, I
Have I
guess.
noticed the amulet yet?
You would have noticed me going mock fuck you past you, though.
Whee!
All right. So do you guys want me to make the next roll? Or do you
What's
guys
it
want to
for?
roll together and me take the average?
What's it for?
Is there any information we can get about it?
It is Let me put it this way: you're being judged as a party.
As a party?
Let's go ahead and all of us take the average
Yeah,
of our rolls.
let's take the average.
I just got flung across the fucking town, and now I'm being judged.
Is it a D20 or is it like 100 or something? What?
A D20. Everyone roll D20 and throw it in character.
Should I roll with the
Or-
thingy or with one of my dice?
I don't care.
No,
I'm
no,
gonna
I'm gonna roll with my special dice.
Oh, well, I'm bringing down our average, that's for sure.
in character.
Yep.
Oh god. Oh god.
like I said, I'm bringing down our average.
Hunter,
Oh,
please roll good.
I rolled mid.
Oh
It's
yay!
better than 3.
Like I said, I rolled dead mid.
What the fuck?
So our average is like what, 13 then?
11.5.
Wow.
It's above average, so that might actually keep us
Just
alive.
above the fucking half.
I don't think it'll do shit for me, but at least you guys get to stay alive.
All right. So, as all of this is happening, Quack, Hunter, and Royal, the next thing you notice is you have this feeling of being ripped out of your own body, and you are now sitting in a chair about the size of a bathroom stall.
I'm going to get my bearings.
So is this what going to the bathroom feels like?
Do we see each other?
No,
Oh.
it is. You are in like an infinitely dark cube, but you can see your own body as though it is lit up.
Does my blind sight do anything for me?
No,
Okay.
you only have the senses that you are being allowed to have.
Can I attempt to look at the picture in my hat?
You can attempt to try and remove your hat, but you can't even take it off.
It's either not there or I just can't. It's glued. Someone glued it.
It's like you reach for it and nothing's there, but you can like see the brim of your hat still.
Can I like picture like how everything was before I got like pulled out of my body? I don't expect this to do anything, but I want to basically continue something entirely through imagination.
You can try.
Yay! Do you want me to specify anything or no?
I'm not sure what you're asking at this point.
Yeah.
Hold on. It's not empty. It still has air in it. Well, watch. You can't squish it right. But that's because the air is trapped. You know what's keeping the air inside? Lid. So if you take the lid off, you can squish the out of. There you go. All right, do that somewhere else, though. All right.
As I'm like, before I was pulled to whatever happened, I was like dealing with what felt like me almost getting ripped apart, and then I chose not to get ripped apart.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to say is that I want my character to forcibly imagine themselves continuing from there instead of whatever is actively happening.
He wants to pretend that he's getting ripped apart.
No, not getting ripped
Oh.
apart, as in
You're trying not to be soul snatched.
trying to picture myself not soul snatched. Yeah.
You can picture it. It just doesn't change anything.
I'm confused, and I start to like panic a little.
Good. You should, because I certainly am. I am not prepared for this in any way at all. Oh,
Should I have
Oh.
gotten my layer?
I mean, you did drop multiple bombshells on me, so
I'm like, oh, this is
You
gonna
just
be.
had to double check if he was going to use the scroll or not. Just had to double check, right?
I mean, he pushed the scroll on me, and then even hijacked my body, forcing me to use it. So
I was not.
Toxic.
We could just say this session never happened.
Too
Too bad he's recording it.
Oh no, the recording got
Not uploaded
corrupted.
You can delete the recording.
That's not fair. We've already happened. We may as well just play it through.
I know, and I already deleted all the like modified my entire inventory.
So did I. So I don't want to go
Yep,
back
same.
and redo this. The only plus
if
side
you
is I
guys-
can remake the hammer.
If you guys are curious, the other wish I did think of after it, or after that initial one, after I verbalized it, was that I could have wished that my 2 childhood friends was alive and with me.
But they're certainly not now.
Exactly.
So, out of curiosity, what's the? Oh no, you said it sends them to the next one. It doesn't actually. He is only intermediate. He's not even greater.
Yeah.
He just went up a tier.
And somebody's in trouble.
I am. Yeah.
Hopefully, it's just
Oh, it's
somebody
all
and
of
not
us.
somebody's.
Why would we all be?
Because he's a party member and the court that is viewing this summoned all of us.
To be
Well,
fair, he
I mean,
was not with us at the time.
Yeah,
You
this
guys
is
are also at least sitting in chairs.
This is true. We don't know where anyone else is. We have no knowledge of what else anything is happening around us.
Maybe we're just witnessing the fate of our party member.
Yeah, you guys don't know yet, but
Yep.
Do you know Toxic?
I have a vague idea. I
D&D just went crazy on you. We understand.
Do we need to stop the session right now and let you take a week?
I definitely need time for this.
Yeah, why don't we do that just so that we get the best like figuring this out. We don't this is not something that is done on the fly.
I mean, I had to come up with a world-altering decision on the fly.
You could have done anything. I even threw the make your chapel a thing. Really nice. No, don't take the civil option.
I mean, I heard something to do with the chapel, but I already have virtually all of it taken care of already.
Yeah,
It's
but you
even
could have
got a
wished
building
for it
that.
to be fixed.
Why, when it's already like arranged to be set up, and I even have personnel that even is on their way to go and take care of it. It's
Now
all
they're
but
not.
finished.
They're dead now.
Yeah, now they're not. I mean, how was I supposed to know the fucking consequence, or like the cost?
But out of all the things you could have wished for,
I mean, I couldn't think of anything else, and I just jabbered off the first thing that came to mind.
Out of curiosity, did this mess up all of the planes of existence as magical items, or just this plane's
Just the
region?
one you were on.
So, okay, someone did bring up that maybe Demi's phylactery is on a different plane, and he might be
That
safe
would be
yet.
me.
I mean, if he is safe, he's definitely not happy.
No.
Anyways, I guess next session is you guys being in trial. So
Don't worry, mine is just going to start with me hyperventilating, despite the fact that I don't breathe, and not really paying attention to anything else.
thanks
I'm
for.
I like how I keep getting thrown all these random events, and then everybody's always surprised when I pull something out of left field.
This isn't left field at this point, Kazi. This is the fucking next field over.
I mean, what was I
You
supposed
went to the
do?
next ballpark, sir. Left field would have been like kill Octerial or piss
mean,
off Vecna.
To be
Out of
fair, this
what-
isn't even really working on how like how deities scale to begin with, because they're not gonna be, in order for them to have their divine power, they need the followers. So if they don't have the followers, then
You essentially gifted him the followers' souls as his power.
yeah, but that's not how deities operate. That's not how the divine
There
energy
is
works.
some divines that work off of sacrifices, though. So you just
That's part
inadvertently
of the
turned your
rituals.
deity into a sacrificial deity.
That's part of the rituals where you sacrifice people that's not part of the faith.
I'm pretty sure that's what just happened.
And that would still mean that they have the followers to support their current rank as it is. So that's still different.
I mean, this is some heavy magic. Maybe it overrides the divine realm. That's why it's ripping
Out of
apart the
just-
space-time.
Out of sheer curiosity, what were you expecting him to use the wish spell for?
I'm kind of curious also.
I honestly was hoping he'd go after Tyrael.
It was too.
Because of your immense hatred for Tyrael, I genuinely felt that if you had a wish spell, you would specifically try and fuck him or Vecna. But you chose this.
Well, you rolled for Vecna. Why not roll for Tyrael as well?
Tyrael was one of the undead.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
so
was
he-
Vecna, and then you rolled for Vecna.
But Tyrael's not in the region.
Okay,
He's in
fair.
a different plane currently. But anything that was in this region that he was using's fucking useless now. That would also include all teleportation ruins and circles. They've all been wiped fucking clean.
I mean, technically, I'll give you guys this little tidbit: is Kazi did trap Tyrael where he is right now
Can't get fucked, Tyrael.
because his
we
anchor
have-
no longer has any magical power.
I think we're gonna have some bigger issues to deal with. Even if we do escape judgment, we're gonna have to fight off a city full of demons and fiends.
Well, Ironfall's got a population of how much? Couple 100,000?
Mm-hmm.
And it only took 10,000, correct?
Yeah.
5.
10.
Oh, I thought it was 5.
And to be fair, not all 10,000 is in Ironfall itself.
That's region wide.
Yeah. So the probability is still... We're not going to have to deal with 10,000 demons.
I also have the possibility of having wiped Quack's wife off the face of the earth, too.
She was on a different plane, I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm.
She was originally, but I believe she was
We
brought
are
back.
not. All I can tell
We're-
is
Yeah. Well, you
that
can't tell shit.
she's alive with it. There was no.
She had to also be on the same plane.
Yeah. And you said
No,
it
it
activated in
was-
the dust realm.
It still worked in other planes. I thought it just wasn't strong.
Well, no, it only pointed the direction if it was on the same plane.
It was something. I know it still worked on other planes. It just either wasn't as strong or just didn't point in a direction. Oh no, it didn't. It doesn't point in a direction normally. There was something stupid that happened that caused it to point into a direction, and someone tried to teleport me there using the amulet.
Well, my finger
But-
won't stop bleeding. What a great way to end the session.
Thank you all
But-
for making a interesting return session.
You specifically said, "Are you ready for everything to go wrong?" Did you expect it to go this wrong?
I expected nothing to go wrong and have you guys just do a normal shopping trip and maybe some RPing in town.
Are you
I
still
mean,
talking
that's
to the
what I
same
was
group?
planning, but
No,
I had that scroll shoved in my face.
Just had to go
Like,
to the general store.
I even went and said that I was gonna go and put it in my pocket, and you were like, "Hey, you notice a scroll that is finely embroiled?" I was like, okay. You said it for a reason."
You intended to set out for our plans to be ruined, and it got turned around so quick.
It's not even we ruined plans. We destroyed reality.
I 100% planned for it to just be a normal shopping trip because I was just going to go there, get the stuff, maybe check out a couple scrolls. I was given the sweet ass deal, so I was like, let's go for it. And I was just going to head right on back. But
okay,
nope,
so-
I had to be pointed to that scroll.
No, see, here's the thing, right? Lila,
What's up?
I rolled to see what spell you succeeded in casting,
And it was Wish.
and it was Wish. But
Is that why you went? Oh my god.
yes,
Okay.
So it literally shit just landed perfect for a complete fucked. Is that what I'm understanding?
hmm
Okay.
Yay.
and I had actually rolled for the other scrolls too, so I wouldn't have to later. And the other scrolls were as follows: Scroll of Magic Missiles, Scroll of Cure Wounds, Scroll of Counterspell, Scroll of Greater Restoration, and Scroll of Teleport.
I hope I got to keep one of the last two.
I'm pretty sure they all got used.
All but one.
All but one.
Oh, I didn't think the scroll that you cast Wish from actually counted. I thought it was that just got used up for the spell, and then the other 5 got used for
That's what I assume.
materials.
No, he's still got one scroll left.
Oh, to be fair, there's also 2 scrolls still in the barrel or wherever they were.
But
Well, shit happened.
if it was one of those last 2, the magic in them is gone now.
So regardless, it's
Yeah.
all just dead.
Damn.
You're comatose for 4 years, and we don't even know if you're going to survive the trial.
Do the airships come crashing down?
Probably.
Yep.
Everything. All the
Yeah.
airships just crashed. Everything died.
Yeah, all
You
the
really
Does that
caused me complex.
technically mean liches would lose their magic ability to stay anchored here?
mm-hmm.
So you just inadvertently killed all the undead in the area also?
No, they get to keep their bodies. Like, the liches get to survive, they just can't reincarnate. Or they
They
can't
just
come
lost
back.
all their phylacteries. Everyone's phylacteries just been set 0 on this plane.
Unless
No, in the
they also
region.
got hit as a sacrifice.
So
Then they'd
how
be
broad is this region? What's affected grand scheme? Or do you need time?
The region of Thule.
That's a big region.
It was a big
I
spell.
think I want to go back to the realm that had blood water.
I mean, it might be
mean-
safer there At least for me. I don't know about you guys, but
I don't know. You might get turned into a brigantine again.
I mean, that might be actually better off than what could happen with these gods.
Yeah.
It's not the gods that summoned us. It's the enforcers of the gods that summoned us, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, like the contract, the clockwork things or whatever, like the upholders of order, law and order.
Basically, that's what I'm understanding.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it's the people the gods fear have summoned us. It's not the gods. So whatever they
I thought it
decide is
was
just
the deity,
happening.
but yep.
No, it's the people who govern the deities, which
Alright.
is more terrifying.
So I'm going to end the session here. Thank you all so much for playing. Fuck us,
Quickest
I guess.
D&D session yet?
And see you guys next time.
Yeah. Yeah.
We certainly kicked this off with a bang.
Yeah, talk about a comeback.
Yeah.
Have fun. I know our
Again,
DM is.
Again, I am surprised that I keep getting hit with these like, hey,
Wham, bam,
poke the
slamming
bear, and
No.
I drop a tree on said bear.
No, you didn't poke a bear. You fucking went up and drop kicked a bear.
They want to mention something about this is 1 week later in real time.
Yeah, well, I'm already recording, so welcome back to
Oh,
D&D.
there we go.
This is going to be a super short session. This is what the rest of last session should have been, but I had to do some shenanigans behind the scene, some role playing with a third unnamed party, and so on and so forth, because most of the gods are completely unconcerned with your opinions and your point of view. So, this is indeed a trial. As you are all sitting in your little boxes, Kazi, yours continues to get smaller and smaller. You hear what sounds like a cudgel falling.
I have no idea what that is.
It's a little.
The hammer a judge uses.
Oh, that's a gavel.
Oh, that was a couple.
No, a cudgel is a small, club. Or a type of club.
I was going to use cudgel because I figured more people know what that was, but all right, you hear two pieces of wood hitting each other. Okay.
The thing that judges do.
Yeah.
It's a call to order.
Order in court.
Nobody's home.
You now see a bunch of very large entities, and they're extraordinarily hard for you to even comprehend. What you see is basically the embodiment of majesty in front of you, and you're having a hard time wrapping your mind around what you're seeing.
I know we joked about it in text earlier today. Is my character having a bit less trouble because of how stupid he is?
Your character is indeed having less trouble wrapping his mind around what's going on because of how stupid he is. But they're speaking in a language that apparently none of you fucking understand. Before abruptly a being approaches you all. And
Did you say a being or a beam?
A being, like
Okay.
an entity. One of these entities approach you.
Okay, because my question was, are we talking metal beam or a light beam?
So we both heard beam. Okay, I'm good. I'm glad.
Okay. One of the entities approaches your party, And it
Oh, so we're
seems
together now? Or are we separate?
I think we're still
you-
separate. It's
you're-
just it's all happening at the same time to each of us.
yeah.
Ah.
So you're unaware of each other at this point in time, but you are all unilaterally aware of these entities. One of the entities approaches you and in a low, booming voice that sounds deeper than the deepest mines that you've ever ventured. You have committed an unforgivable sin.
Stating what I desired.
I just,
I
what?
watched my bag explode. What are you talking
What?
about?
What did I? What? Are you the one I pushed through that portal?
I was
And
just trying to
I
find a
got
switch
Well, I
in that.
did.
I got teleported here immediately after that.
we have decided that your existence poses a threat to the very laws that we abide. And as this, hold on, sweetie. It looks awesome, sweetie. As this entity seems to begin to raise one of its limbs, you
Just
can
gonna get, like,
all
confused.
see. What's that?
I'm just gonna look confused. Like, it was just a scroll.
You guys can see a rip in the room or whatever this place is. It seems to both have walls and no walls. It's infinitely dark and light at the same time. But
It's a fucking bad fever dream all over again.
Yeah.
there's a definitive tear that opens up. And the being that walks through this tear is none other than Royal's patron. And
Does he look like the same that he did?
yeah, you guys immediately recognize him.
Oh, I know you.
Oh, great, he's coming to claim our souls.
And all of the other entities seem to shift their attention towards this entity. And what seems like both surprise and an argument breaks out at the same time. And then your vision of the situation blurs and you can no longer perceive what is going on for a moment. And that moment stretches into what feels like minutes and hours and days and eternities. And then the next thing you notice is there's just two entities standing before you. Royal's patron, and what you can only assume is Savras due to all the eyes.
I mean, you've showed me the whole eye thing.
That is awesome. The Savras walks straight up to you, Kazi. And you are overcome with a feeling of gratitude, guilt, and remorse. And you hear a voice echo in your entire being as this is how it was meant to be. but I could not find a way to spare thee.
I guess that I would look up and ask if he could find a way to spare Demi. I owe him a great debt as well.
You can sense a smile and a subtle agreement. And then the cube around you seems to fade. And then your perception begins to fade as well. And the world kind of seems to fade away altogether around you. And before you know it, your consciousness is no longer there. The entity that is Royal's patron comes up and goes, "It's not the best. And have you ever heard of trial by combat?"
Yeah, I think so. I heard the variation I believe I heard is called trial by death.
He he just kind of laughs and he's like, "Well, I gotta. You're under my charge now. All your ties to your old deities and gods, although there's only really one of you, has been severed. So my charges and my responsibility. But you
Everyone
Oh, is he
is
saying
doing
this to
well
all of
alive.
us or just
yes, he's saying this to all of you.
Oh, okay.
But you must first prove your innocence by not dying."
And I
I just kind of reach up and scratch my head, and I'm like, I'm not opposed to a good fight, and I'm not that smart, but even I know that doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
And there is another on trial. Though they may not quite be aware of the trial that they're being put on, but they will be very soon. And next thing you guys notice is there's another being sitting in a chair in a cube. You can all now also see each other. Is a elf. Looks like some kind of knight or some kind of hunter. "Welcome, Zinfeel." He's also on trial.
I'm
Wait,
assuming that's supposed to be my backup character.
welcome
Oh,
to?
yeah.
Or
Is he saying welcome and introducing this person, or did she say welcome to that name? Like we're in a new place now.
No, that was the backup character I made. I didn't remember the name,
Oh, okay.
so I was like, "Oh, what?" Thanks.
Zin,
I'm not sure if I should know why I'm in here or what at the moment.
I kind of wave, and I'm like, is that who I'm fighting?
no. He will help you survive. But hold on. I hope you all can manage better together than alone. Also, just a help out a little. He reaches his hand towards you, and you all feel empowered. You're all level 14.
Yay!
We just straight up shoot to 14 now.
Yep.
What is that? 2 levels?
Yeah.
So what happens with me being a paladin? Do I just convert faith, or what happens here? You're a paladin now?
You are now bound to me. Oh, it looks like my time's up. Get ready. And then
Does his powers change at all?
next thing you notice is you're all in what looks like a jail cell.
Wait, what happens to my warlock thing?
Hold on. Answer questions like that after the session.
Okay.
Fair enough.
All right. You all are now sitting in what looks like a jail cell. Bound. You have iron cuffs over your wrists that chain together. And it looks like the guard that was hissing in the corner of the jail cell is in utter shock, and he spins around screaming, and he like backs up and closes the cell door. Holy shit.
Do we get pissed on? Is this revenge from me having Shine Bright piss on you?
Hold on. That was not in the plan, but I will roll
I
this in.
fly!
He's rolling with it now.
I fly, you can't touch me.
No, he somehow he manages to only piss on himself.
What?
All right. And that's the end of the session. Thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you next time.
Yay!
Yeah.
What